it's Shannon from Creative Chaos in Tennessee, and today we are back with another Scraps to Embellishment swap. This one is for the March main swap, which is Green with Envy, so it could be anything green that your little heart desires, whether it's a lot of green, a little green, all green. Use your imagination. You make 10, you get 10 back. And I ended up using this bunny from Cuddly Cute Designs, and it is called Lucky Bunny, and it is a freebie up that's up for right now. I think it'll be up for the whole month of March, or at least a good portion of it. She usually leaves hers up for a little while. I do have another video because I had 2 spots in this swap. I don't know which one I'll post first, but there will be 2 videos. They'll be on different days. And so we will just get to it. I wanted to do them separate because there is so much detail, and they're a little bit time consuming, and I didn't want the videos to take forever showing y'all how to put them together because y'all have requested for me to do more videos like this with cut files. So let's just get to it. Y'all know I like to use one color. This time I'm using the Gathered Twigs Distress Oxide for the whole thing. And you'll see that this one does not have a base to build on, like the other one does. And so you have to play around with it a little bit. The only thing that is a base is this head. So you don't need to ink this, the big part, because you're going to be covering it up. So this one is your face. I just lightly ink all around. I don't go crazy and make it super dark. On this one I do want to do a little bit in the center because, actually I'm going to erase some of that with my glue eraser. You can totally use your glue eraser for this and just take some of it off because that was a little bit dark. A lot of this will be covered up, but I want to take and do a little bit there because if not, it looks weird whenever you put its eyes on and the rest of it's tan. And so, yeah, that's why. But I'm just going to lightly ink, and you know, you could totally ink this in grays or whatever color you wanted to do it in. I do like to look at the picture and refer to it whenever I'm putting these together. I usually assembly line them. If you watch the other video, like I said, I don't know if it'll be before or after this one. I kind of told my whole little process, but I'll give a quick recap. I lay it out and assembly line them. So I'll lay out like 4 of them at a time, and I will glue all the same pieces down, and then go after that, you know, the next one and the next one, and pretty much build them until I get them all done when I'm doing a large amount like this for swaps or whatever. And honestly, these are about the only time I actually, now these 2 you don't want to ink. These are the eyeballs, so I about messed up because I was running my mouth. Okay, this one's a hand. Like I said, it's very helpful to look at the picture. I like to pull it up on my screen and do it. But like I was saying, the only time I really ever make these kind of cut files is when I am doing them for a swap, because I'll just be honest with you, I'm too lazy to just make 1 or 2 for myself for a page. But I find it so much easier to just fill up the page and make a bunch at once, and then of course make myself one and make some extras. I usually make anywhere from 2 to 5 extras, just so that it fills up a page, so I'm not wasting paper. Even this little bitty nose is going to get inked. Alright, there's that. Whoops, flipped it over. And then the Clover. And you could totally use a different green, you know, something more bold, but I wanted to kind of go with soft colors for the bunny, and I'm kind of excited to use this. We don't usually celebrate St. Patrick's Day, but we are this year. I already told my family. I'm redheaded, so we have to celebrate being Irish, right? Okay, so I got ink all over me. I'm trying to get all the little puffies off that fell off my dauber. Okay, that's part of the eyeballs too. Alright, so pretty much like I showed on the other one, or maybe you haven't saw it yet, who knows. I like to take and build whatever I can first. So, when it actually comes to this, I'll probably actually build the base first. So, normally I wouldn't do this. I would like put all the ears together, the face together, etc., etc. But since we have a base to build on, and it's actually the easier way, I'll show y'all. I'll show y'all the correct way you're supposed to build it. I kind of just usually do my own thing. Alright, so I'm going to glue the face down, and then I'm going to glue the ears. This is going to go here for this ear. And you want it to go underneath. Actually, this probably needs to go up further to here. Okay, and then this one. Is going to go on here. And they don't have to be 100% exact because you're then going to glue these ears over top of it. So, it's just about lining it up. Yeah, I didn't think that's exactly right. Okay, sorry, I was getting a phone call. Alright, now we have this pretty much done. So then we are going to add the body. So this one actually has a little tab, but not all cut files are created equal. Some of them you just have to kind of just barely lightly put glue and then connect it. So if you look at the picture, well, you won't see the picture, but if you looked on the website and saw the picture, you would see it has the head tilted a little bit. I do like to do that anyways because I feel like it just gives it some character versus putting it straight on there. So I'm just going to hold that there for a second, and then I'm going to add this part for its belly. And then I'm going to add its legs. And I like to also not put them exact straight across. I like to just give it a little bit of leeway. Just so that it looks kind of like it's in movement. And then I add just, this is what I was talking about. These don't really have a tab or anything like that to connect it. So I just lightly put glue on there and then connect them. Because if you do it too much, then your bunny's going to look really short. Which, if that's what the look you're going for, then that's fine. No worries. So then, the next thing is we have to do the face. Now, I used fishing line from my husband's fishing reel. I just pulled some line off of it, cut it up to make his little whiskers. So, pretty much, I just take my little pokey tool that I use for everything else. I got this at Dollar Tree. It also has the little thing to press down paper. I can't remember what it's called. But this came from the Dollar Tree for $1. I think it's $1.25 now, but and then I just poked 3 holes because, you know, y'all know I like the number 3, and it makes it easier. It makes it look more, I don't know what the word is. It makes it look better, in my opinion. So then I have my 3 little holes, and before I do that and get my hands tied up, I like to just take a piece of washi tape and tear it off, and then tear it in half so that it could fit on the back of this without showing. And then I'll just stick it here so that I'll have something to grab. And then I will just take my fishing line, and it's okay if they're too long or whatever, because you can give them a trim afterwards. But I just kind of put them in and hold it with my finger. And then do this side. Now, you could totally, if you're not able to hold all this stuff at once, you could totally tape down one side of the back first, and then go back and do the other side. You totally could. Alright, so then, let me move this up. I just flip it over and kind of hold them in so that they're not falling out. This one's borderline. And then I just make sure all my whiskers are turned the way I want them to be. And then I just stick my piece of washi tape on there and press it down. And then I'll just do another one a little bit over. And then I just press that down really good. And then I flip it over and just give them a trim to whatever length you would like the whiskers to be. Now, I like to do them different lengths so that it looks more natural. Because whether it's a bunny or a cat or a mouse or whatever, all of their whiskers are not the exact same length. So, I do like to just cut them different lengths. And then you glue this one to this one, because you can see how this one has the little extra, and that's supposed to be its mouth. So it's a little bit different. And then you just glue it on. And you can see on here that it has the little chin. So pretty much you'll just go through and you'll line up the chin and hold it down. And then you're going to do the eyes. So then, with the eyes, you can tell which way they go. It's probably hard to see, but how these have little notches on them. The little notches are because that's where the nose is going to be. So that means they need to go, they need to go on the inside when you glue them versus being flipped over. Now, if I totally forgot to ink his cheeks first before I glued it on. Wonder if I can pull it up real quick. If you totally forget about which way the notches go and the eyes are reversed, it does make it look a little bit different, but it's not like, you know, gonna hurt anything. Okay, so then for inking the cheeks, this is what I always do. This is chalk. It's a million years old. I just put it on a little finger dauber and then I blow it off. And then I just ink up the cheeks. This is why I like doing it before I put the eyes on, so that I don't get it all over the eyes. But you can just ink it up, and then I like to just run my finger over it and take some of it off. I'm getting a little bit of that glue in there, on there. But if you ink it up and make a mistake, like I said, you can totally use this glue eraser, and a lot of times it will take it right off for you. So, alright, now let's glue this back on. I mean, like I say all the time, would it really even be me if I didn't glue something and then rip it up? I'm very good at that. Okay, so then we have pretty much our mouth, and then we need to add our eyeballs. And same thing, it has the little indentation, so pretty much all you're going to do is go in and you're going to line them up with the other ones on the eyeball. Now, if I probably hadn't done this before, I would probably go ahead and glue the black onto the white part before I assembled them onto the rabbit. So if you do that, then you would see that the blacks are on the opposite side. They're the wrong way on the eyeballs. Like instead of being together, you would have a cross-eyed rabbit and he would be looking this way. So that's just another little tip. You can always put the eyes together before you do go any further with anything else. So then you have the little nose you're going to glue on. And that's why the little indentions are there, and it's not doing anything per se, but that does let you know they're going to be covered up because that's where his little nose is going to go over that a little bit. So there's that. Alright, so then the next thing is this Clover. Now, he only has, this is a hand for this side, and this one only has an arm, and he doesn't have a hand. That's just how they designed it. Normally, when you, most cut files I have worked with personally, when they'll have an arm like this for whatever reason, and then they'll still have a hand like this, and the hand just goes over it. Of course it don't, but the hand would go over it just to give it another hand. But just, I guess it's trying to show it like it's hugging it, and the fingers aren't showing, or paws, or whatever you want to say. And that's why they designed it like this. I don't know. And honestly, I don't mind it. So, I do like to pop up the Clover so that it gives it a little more dimension off of the bunny. And then, pretty much, you're just going to put your Clover on. I like to get it underneath the whiskers. And it does have to be over to this side a little bit for the arm to match up. So then, I like to add a little piece of foam tape to the arms to pop them up because, you know, in real life, if they were holding something, they would be on top. So there's the hand that is going to go here. Oops, I'm sticking it everywhere else. To hold the Clover. And you're just going to put it on the edge. Now, it may get to the point where if you're using a lot of foam tape like I am, it gets to be where it's sticking everything. Now, you can either use your unsticky tool stuff to totally, you know, just put over it and unsticky it. I can't remember what they're called. It's the powder stuff. You could even use baby powder to do it. I like to just take a scrap of paper that's laying around that I'm trashing or whatever, and I just stick it onto the back and let it hold it, and then it's not sticking to your table and whatever else you don't want it to. Okay, and then the last thing is the arm, and I like to just, let's see, it goes in here so that it looks like it's coming out of his shoulder, and then it pretty much, he's just hugging it. And then I like to go back and I like to take and put just a little dot of glue right here where it kind of attaches on the back, just so it gives it a little more stability. And I'm touching everything, and I have ink, so it's spreading. And okay, so then that's our bunny. So he's cute, right? Kind of plain looking. So then I go in with my white gel pen. And with a thin, where is my pen? Normally I use this fine liner, but this one's getting a little, the tip on it's getting a little janky, so I've just been using my pen. Here we go. This one's just a Jot Gel 0.7 millimeter pen, and it writes really, really good. I really like it. And it's thin, so you want to use a thin pen. That's the key. to doing these little details. Like, you don't want a big thick black pen line, because then it starts becoming too much and it don't give you the look you're going for. So like I said, I like to take a thin pen and I just go in and I just draw some eyelashes on him. And I do a few up and then a few just out to the side. And you know, you can totally add in more, less, whatever. Totally up to you. And then I just give him a little bit of eyebrows. And then I go in and I just do all of my other little detail stuff. Whatever I want to put on for the ears, or, you know, whatever. I do like to go in at the little whiskers level and add some little dots. And I know I didn't do it on this one. Actually, I think I might have done it in white on this one, just to give it a little something extra. But it just helps draw attention that he has whiskers coming out there. So then I just go in and I do the little arms and stuff. Let's see, around the belly, and then the leg. And this is just me, you know, what I like to do. You totally don't have to do this. You know, you can just do it your own way. And then I'm going to take my white gel pen, and I like to go in on like the lighter stuff, because some stuff you don't want it like boom in your face. So I go in on the nose and do a little highlight, and then on the belly here, and then the eyeballs. So for the eyes, I just looked at the picture and kind of copied it. But pretty much you're just popping in pretty much a semicolon. Is that what it's called? Is it a semicolon apostrophe? I don't know what it's called. I'm not an English major. I major in scraps and glitter. Okay. But I just kind of copied the picture and drew it in. And then left enough space to do the little dot at the bottom. And look how cute! Okay. So as if that wasn't enough, I went one more level. And I took my glossy accents and I did the eyes, and then you have to let them dry and be sure not to stick your hand in them. But I don't know if you can see that, but the little eyeballs are shiny, like actual eyeballs. So, let's see if I can get this to come out. It probably won't. Yeah, that one's stopped up. I have another one on my table here. These things tend to get stopped up quick, and it is hard to get them unstuck. Normally I can stick a pin in them and they may or may not come undone, so. Okay, just got a little bit off. Alright, so then I'm just going to go in and fill this in and lay it somewhere where I'm not going to stick my hand in it, because I'm good at that. And that's going to be the little bunny. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Leave me a comment. If you leave a comment, you'll be entered to win the little bunny. Drawing will be on the last day of the month when I do all the other drawings. There should be a link below, or a list below, of all my other giveaways throughout the month. I do add to it. So check and make sure you haven't missed commenting on anything, so you'll be in the running to win. And, oh, I totally didn't do that's the other white thing I do. I went in on the Clover and added, just like I was making a heart but didn't close it in, just to give it a little something extra. But look how cute. Let's see, can you see the eyes? Ain't that cute? Okay, and it's a really good size too. And then I take my stamp and I put my name on the back. That's an important thing too. Make sure you're using pencil if you're using light thin paper, but you can totally, you know, write your name on the back so that you get credit for the swap if someone uses it. There is a lot of YouTubers in Ginger's group now, and they use your swap pieces, and it's awesome, so make sure you get credit. So I think that's it. I think I said everything I need to say. There'll be a playlist below with everyone else that's playing along that's done the Scraps to Embellishment hop. So be sure to check them out and check out Ginger's Corner, the swaps. And until next time, bye y'all.